the power of social media. Thank you guys for watching the video, looking for the vehicles, sharing the Facebook post, sharing the stuff that we did to try and get the word out there about the videos. Obviously, putting a $20,000 reward on it definitely helps with people communicating better. But it is what it is. Like I know that if they don't get found, I know I'm going to take a bigger loss than that from the insurance company when they pay out on it. So it's worth putting it out there. And do I think that I'll get them back? You know, yesterday I would say no. I just wanted to call it a public service announcement to make sure that I do tell everybody what's going on, and it doesn't matter what neighborhood or where you're at or how safe you think that you are, that literally your vehicle can be taken. And yep, mine were in the driveway, and should they be in the garage? Yeah, they should be in the garage. And you know what though? You shouldn't have to park your vehicle in the garage for someone not to think that it's now their vehicle and they can just take your vehicle. So that's a sad state of the world that we live in right now, is also that there's not much of a penalty for it. So you take a vehicle, you get caught. Like literally, the cops said that the last person that they caught stealing a vehicle was he was actually out on bail from the last vehicle he stole a week earlier. So like if there's no repercussion for them taking the vehicles, why would they ever talk? And is this like, call it a Robin Hood type crime, like take from the rich, give to the poor, like because the insurance company's going to pay out on it, so like that's it? Well, that's why our insurance rates are through the roof, is because of that mentality that like, oh, well, they're just giving me another one. And my point of the whole thing and throwing a reward on it is like, freaking want to find them. Like, I mean, you feel violated, you want to get to the bottom of it, like want to find them and would like that they find the people that did this as well so that they pay the price. I would actually, the people get found more so than the vehicles get found. Even if the vehicles were gone or are gone, like would rather that happen. But I can tell you once again, the power of social media. So 1,200 shares on the Facebook post. Obviously you guys watched the video from yesterday, or a lot of you watched the video from yesterday showing the details about it. I did put on Facebook today like the suspicious character in the driveway 2 days before it happened. Not sure what this guy's doing there, but like the other is that Fox 2 came out to my house last night. They did an interview, and they ran it last night. They also ran it this morning. So we have been lit up by emails, direct DMs. See, I don't even know. DMs, messages, Facebook messages, Instagram messages, all this stuff with people helping to track this down. And are they in it for the 20 grand? Maybe. But either way, whatever gets people to talk and spread the word out about it and try and help some way curb this crime that's going on. So the trackers, now the tracker part of it. Oh, first we'll show you this Fox interview right now.
Gone in a matter of seconds, 2 high-end vehicles stolen from a driveway in Metro Detroit. Good evening, everybody. I'm Root Barrage.
And I'm Taryn Asher. The getaway was caught on camera, but so far no sign of the stolen vehicles or the people responsible. Fox News' Dave Spencer joining us live from the Oakland County Sheriff's Office with more on what happened. Dave.
Yeah, the victim tells me, Taryn, that he feels very violated after all this. He says he was simply sleeping, he and his family in their house just feet away in their own driveway. That's where those 2 very expensive vehicles were parked. And in a matter of seconds, they were gone. He's so frustrated, he's offering up a $20,000 reward for their return. A Harvest Orange Hellcat TRX truck and a Hellcat Dodge Durango, 2 of 4 cars that were parked in this Lake Orion driveway.
We're in the horsepower, so I mean, and that's why we had them.
Early Friday morning, Tom Bailey's home security camera is triggered.
I don't know how they got into the vehicles, but no glass broken or anything. And when the camera activates is when they start backing up.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Bailey, he doesn't realize what happened until a couple hours later.
Come to take the garbage out, and then that's when I realized they were gone.
He then immediately calls the Oakland County Sheriff's Office to report them missing. But so far, nothing.
I'll put a reward out there. I mean, I put $10,000 on each vehicle, so $20,000 reward if I can get these things back.
Adding insult to injury, inside the one truck that wasn't stolen, prototype tracking devices.
The Ram truck had wireless trackers and hardwired trackers on it, testing them.
He says he was about a week away from installing those devices in the vehicles which were eventually stolen. Bailey says the whole situation has been frustrating and demoralizing.
Either you have to live in a gate, behind a gate to where you can protect everything, or you just don't drive anything nice or don't have anything nice. I mean, it's sad.
Again, a very unique, specialized vehicles. That's why he's offering a $10,000 per vehicle reward. If you have any information on where they might be, you could send an email to info@sickthemagazine.com. We will have a link to that email at fox2detroit.com. Reporting live in Oakland County, Dave Spencer, Fox 2 News.
Well, does he think that these vehicles are being sold somewhere or possibly chopped up and sold for parts, where we know that happens time to time as well? I mean, this car could be gone. Both.
Yeah, that's the fear, right? I mean, these are very special cars to him. They weren't new. These are cars that him and his family have had for some time. They live out in a rural part of Lake Orion, so there's a lot that just doesn't make sense, a lot that doesn't add up. So he's hoping that somebody will recognize them and reach out to him and hopefully bring him back his vehicles.
Yes, before it's too late. All right, thanks, Dave, for that.
On to the trackers, though. Like, literally a horrible coincidence that I had the trackers, that we were testing the trackers. And when I say testing the trackers, that's why it was just stuck inside the hood. I know that you should hide it and that you should put it in a better location and make sure that you have multiple. But literally we were testing them so that we can offer them to people to be able to have, because we know that crime's on the rise with vehicle and vehicle thefts are on the rise. And we think a lot about the people that have older cars and different stuff that gets taken. So wanted to be able to have a low-cost solution for people to protect their vehicles. So nope, everything wasn't staged. My vehicles got stolen. So, and the tracker was something just to help you not get your vehicle stolen. So I can tell you that a lot of people did get trackers, and you know what? I mean, we're only doing that as call a public service announcement. Buy these trackers, put them on your vehicle, show you how easy it is, and the fact that you could put up a geofence around your house, or you can put a time profile on it that if the vehicle leaves, it'll send you a text and let you know that the vehicle left in the middle of the night. So as soon as it happens, so that unlike me, 2.5 hours later, you can call the sheriff's department, the police department right away and know exactly where your vehicle is while they're trying to get away with the vehicle, or while they are getting away with the vehicle, because you will have a much better chance of recovering the vehicle at that time. So go grab a tracker. And even if you don't grab a tracker, the social media stuff has worked, because hundreds of messages, and we're tracking down, and actually we called in a bunch of leads, or we shared with detective a bunch of leads. So we actually think that we are on the track to recovering one of these vehicles. One of these vehicles, probably 75% chance we think is going to be recovered now. The other one, 25%. Don't know. That one's a lower odd, but we believe that we're on the right track with it, and they are working on getting a warrant for it right now for a location that, well, they're going to go check it out. I don't know how they do the crap, but we were able to get down to a reliable source that we believe we're on the right track to be able to get these vehicles back. We'll update you when we have that, but man, I feel a lot better today. Yesterday, I didn't think I was getting them back, but I really wanted people to know about it, and that this is happening. It doesn't matter where you live or anything like that. And unfortunately, it's one of those things that until it happens to you, or like, I'm trying for it not to be that you're in my shoes by the time that you really understand how bad this is. But it happens everywhere all the time, and the police department or the sheriff's department told me about multiple locations, and almost every night that 3 or 4 cars are getting stolen from northern Oakland County. And that's an eye-opener out in the rural areas. But I mean, maybe it shouldn't be, and I'm just oblivious to, because I live in my own little world. But either way, it's happening. That's what I thought I was doing with everything, and talking about trackers for that. But now I actually have a glimmer of hope that may get my vehicles back, and it may even be that they have not been dismantled. So I don't know, because here's the other, and I know I'm jumping around a lot, but like all these things are in my mind or whatever about it, that the chop and sell stuff has happened so much that I think it's overwhelmed with chop and sell. So my understanding is right now what they're trying to do is get these vehicles and then get them into containers and get them out of the country. So they try and keep the vehicle intact so that it's worth more when they ship it overseas. So my hope is that our vehicles are in that situation, that we're prepping to be overseas, we find them, and hopefully there's no real damage to it. And like in best case scenario, they find the people that did this, because that's what we really got to stop. And I'm sorry DoorDashers and Amazon people that you're the good ones. If you're watching this video, you're probably one of the good ones. But the bad ones, there are bad. There's bad apples everywhere. So I mean, and that's the part that you are aware that these people are in your neighborhood, and your neighborhood is being scouted. Your personal belongings are being scouted, and all this stuff is being scouted, with all these random people. And all I can say is that your neighborhood used to have whatever, just the people that live there plus a couple delivery drivers. Now your neighborhood is inundated with hundreds of delivery drivers every day, whether they're delivering DoorDash, or they're even the UPS guy or the mailman, or they're delivering Amazon packages, in 24 hours a day. Or if it's the Kroger delivery guy, it doesn't matter who it is. These are all people that are not from your neighborhood coming into your neighborhood, and it doesn't take much for them to say, oh, you know what, I'm willing to give a $500 finder's fee if somebody can get me a gray Durango Hellcat. And somebody says, oh, I know where there's a gray Durango Hellcat. And all they do is pass on information. They end up with $500. Is that a victimless crime, or I don't even know what you would call that, but are you at fault for providing that information? You're going to think to yourself that no, I'm not, but at the same time, you did aid in that criminal activity. So you are guilty you are at fault for providing that information, because you were an accessory to a crime based on providing that information. So know that whatever, and I'm sure that a bunch of people on there are going to say, oh, that's not the case, or whatever, is what it is. And some of the comments yesterday just crack me up, with what you guys say and what you guys think. And I'll say that 90% of you, 95% of you guys, I love you guys. All your comments are genuine, and you guys definitely care and everything. And I'll say that there's a percentage of you guys that are just attention seekers, and you just put the crap out there to try and get a reaction to it or whatever. And you know what? Go crawl back in your hole, and get off this channel. So, because if you're just trying to spite people, it doesn't matter whether it's me or it's somebody else or whatever, that is a waste of your time, a waste of your life. We will update you though when we have more information on it. Starting on a tangent there, but you know what? Yeah, no. I'm happy I went on that tangent. So, but we'll update you when you got more information. And once again, I thank all you guys for sharing and the information out there, and I think it may be leading us to actually getting the vehicles back, and there could be a happy ending to this story, or maybe it's not happy, but there could be a positive ending to this story that shows the power of the people and being able to get something done. And if we all work together and we all treat each other well, then you know what, we can help solve crimes without the assistance of the authorities. And then we can just give it to them on a silver platter and say, here you go.